Because we live, bitches.
Coming soon to this theater.
It's alive. It's moving. It's coming this way.
Hey everybody, what's up? It's your boy Brian, hanging out here tonight on this Thursday evening for a special episode of the Horror Movie Club. The club where, what do? We watch horror movies, of course. The way that the Horror Club works is we all kind of agree to work on the, hey, where the hell did I just go?
I don't know, man.
Did I just disappear?
Yeah, you disappeared. Wait, no, you're right there.
Okay, all right.
You're right
Let me embiggen myself.
There
we go.
There
Sorry
you
if that was a boomer moment, or if there are like some gremlins or some like internet trolls that have a insatiable hunger for cannabis that are fucking with the stream. But anyway, the way that the show works is we always agree to watch a horror movie ahead of time. We watch a horror movie, we get together, we talk about said horror movie. Thing is, it's always a horror movie that's not behind a paywall. So if you listen to us and think to yourself, well, gee, this movie sounds dope, I want to check it out. Guess what? There's always a link in the description where you can watch it free of charge. Usually it's either a link to like a YouTube rip or a Tubi or Peacock or Plex or one of the many streaming sites that are free. And what's cool about them is they the movies are shown with commercials, not too many of them, but, you know, not to the point where you're going to get angry or anything like that. There's actually very little with the commercials, but most importantly, the movies are unedited. They're uncensored. So all the good shit, all the gore, all the breasticis and buttacis and legacies that you want to see, all left intact. But anyway, tonight's movie is Frogs. Why is tonight's movie? Man, I can't even freaking speak.
Tonight?
Why is tonight's movie Frogs? Because we're promoting Frog G, yo, and we got my man Jason Bascom, who is the artist on Frog G. What is up, brother man?
What's going on, man? One of the artists. One of the artists.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry.
Ink Spots is the colorist, as well as like he does stuff in the background suite. We both do our part, but yeah, he can't make it tonight, sadly. Work and stuff like that, and he's exhausted. And
I will never forgive him.
I don't forgive him for a lot of things that he does, so it's fine. It's fine.
I always say that Inky is one of two sleeping giants in like Comicsgate, right? To me, it's like it's him and 6 a.m. MC Mark Marianelli eats up MCs like spaghetti, or maybe some Cheerios he masticates his foes. Right? Like those two guys, in my opinion, are like these massive talents that have like yet to like totally go and unleash themselves.
With Ink Spots, yeah, he is. He's a but his mouth tends to get him in trouble. So he's a little bit of a degenerate, and that doesn't really go well on a lot of the bigger streams and even the smaller streams. You know, sometimes people are like, "Oh, pump the brakes, son," but he's my brand of humor, dude. Like we get along. So,
I always find him immensely entertaining. It's like his ukulele sessions, like dude, his freestyles are amazing.
They're amazing, but totally disgusting. You know,
yeah. He is a degenerate. I'm not denying
right.
that.
Yeah, but hey, you know what? It's an acquired taste, and if he were behind the scenes and all you were to see his colors, like he would probably be huge. But he likes to have fun, and we like to have fun. So we don't take this seriously, but we do. You know what I mean? Like we have fun doing it, but it's serious work. You know what I mean?
Oh, I know exactly what you mean. As Bruce Lee said, my favorite Bruce Lee quote: "Play seriously."
Yeah, there you go. And we all love Bruce Lee. My favorite gift to get put is the Bruce Lee bow on Twitter. Like that's my favorite thing.
Yep.
So
or the
thank
thumbs
you.
up.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, man. No, same here. And also, we make comic books, and if you're not having fun while you're making comic books, A, there's just something wrong with you, and B, you're being unprofessional.
You're being unprofessional, and you're also in it for the wrong reasons. I mean,
yes.
You get into comics to make money, but you don't get into comics to make money. You know what I mean? Like you initially get into comic books, even as a kid, or want to do them because you love the idea, you love the concept, you want to tell stories, you love art, you love writing. So you initially get into comics and want to make comics out of the love and fun of it. The money part is the second part. Like, you know what I mean? That's like, okay, well, I want to make a living doing it though.
Right. So then you can just do that. But the money, it's not like I want to be able to buy Italian sports cars and live in mansions and shit like that.
Well,
I just want to be able to make a living doing what I love, and that's making art.
We want the Italian sports cars. So who doesn't want that? You know what I mean? Yeah.
I know.
I can't drive, and I want, but
I don't understand why somebody would spend $250,000 on a fucking pussy mobile.
No,
when you could have the Munster mobile or a Munster mobile.
Well, no, but that's what I'm getting at. Like, you know what I mean? Like we want the big prizes and the big money, we're human. Yeah. We're human beings.
Yes,
you know,
yes,
I want a $250,000 comic book. You know what I mean? Like, why not? But but no, we want to just pay our bills and make comics. Like that's the main bottom line. Like that's the main bottom line.
Yep. Yeah. Always has been, always will be.
Yeah. And have fun doing it, you know.
Have fun doing it, and hopefully maybe touch a soul or two, and
maybe a boob.
Well, yeah. Glory. You know. I mean, I always thought that comic book writers and artists, especially the artists, because let's face it, y'all are the true rock stars and always rightfully shall remain so, in my opinion.
It's because it's comics, though. It's a visual medium.
Yes.
I mean, if this were books, the cover looks cool, but the interiors are the all stars. Like the person writing it is why you're there. So yeah.
Right, but you guys are always going to be at least 5% more important than the writers, because if somebody picks up the book, it doesn't matter how good the story is. If they take it off the shelf and they open it and they go, ew.
Yeah,
and it goes back on the shelf. It's like they're not going. People aren't going to give your story a chance. So
correct.
Yeah, right. But I always thought that comic book pros had the coolest kind of celebrity, where it's like you don't have to worry about the hassle. You could be completely anonymous, walking down the street. Nobody knows who the hell you are. Nobody cares. You walk into a building. You're a rock star. Right?
Yeah.
And then the moment you step out, you're a regular jack-off.
You're a regular Joe. Yeah. And everybody, that's what we kind of want. We want to be able to walk into that comic shop or that convention and be like, oh, guess who's here? But once we walk out, we're like, I can go to, Panera and just eat a sandwich and have fun, or even just be out in public and doodling. And a random person like, oh, that's really cool. And that's it. You know what I mean? So it is kind of cool and nice being an illustrator. We used to do that, my friend and I. We used to go to plenty of places. I actually started doing that in Denny's, early 20s. I would sit at Denny's until 5 a.m. just doodling, So I miss days like that, man. A lot of fun. Now Denny's closes at 11 p.m.
Horrible.
It's stupid, dude. Yeah, well, it's the COVID,
It's the Rona.
Yeah, that it only stays active between 9 and 6 a.m. somewhere in there. 9 p.m. to 6 a.m. Yeah. That's when it's active. But anyway,
I know it's fucked up.
But yeah, no, we're and Inkspots and I, we have a lot of fun doing this though, man. It's a dream job for both of us, and we both everyone knows. Well, at least if you know Ink, he's a plumber, so he's got a full-time, hard-working gig. I have a full-time job too. I literally got home at 8:05, shoved the sandwich Subway down my throat because I thought this started at 8:30. So I was like hurrying up and eating and stuff like that. No, you're all good. And so I was like, oh, I gotta hurry up. So yeah, so we all work regular jobs, man. But the dream is to just do this, just do comics, man.
Yeah.
Excuse me, I'll take a sip of water.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just to be able to quit our jobs and just focus on this, work on books, maybe even do a YouTube videos now and then or a live session and just talk to people, because Matt Bart even said, he's like, this is like a 24-hour Comic Con in a way, with YouTube.
That's what Sim always said. That's what my boy Sim always said. Could you do me a solid and share the link for the campaign so I can bring that up?
I'll just do this
because we should take a look at that. You guys should have gotten funded a lot quicker.
Oh, dude, no, we were funded within 4 hours.
Were you really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Ryan, I just dropped that link everywhere, bro. Just grab it out to your YouTube.
Okay.
Well, I got it.
Thanks, brother.
Oh, I pasted something. I don't know what I pasted. Are you going into your YouTube to get it?
Oh,
you might catch it faster than me.
Let me see.
Because I foobarred.
That's okay, bro. That's okay. You are free to foobar here. It is always a casual stream. We always emphasize.
All right.
People come and hang out when they feel like hanging out. I never pressure anybody.
It's in the private chat.
Okay. All right. There we go. All right. And let's see.
Yeah, that's the whole thing. Like, we were funded
because you were shadow banned, and that's one of the things we're going to talk about is this freaking shadow ban.
Yeah. We were shadow banned a month into our campaign. So like a month
Indiegogo.
Yeah.
But don't forget, we have to. It is a moral imperative to remain loyal to Indiegogo because they love us.
I mean, I'm gonna go to with this one. We're gonna go to Kickstarter probably with this also, but we are working on our own website, and we will still be on Indiegogo. Because why totally jump ship, because who knows what it could have been, and I'm not trying to defend them. I'm more or less just analyzing it. Like, it could have been an outright attack on CG. It could have been a glitch in the Matrix.
We don't know. That's the thing.
We don't know. So to totally like abandon it in the process is a little hasty, in my opinion, until we actually get 100% verdict. Right. So, but no, don't like this taught everyone. Like, not our campaign in general, but just that massive shadow ban that's been happening taught a lot of people different places, different your own website mainly. Also, it's like a lot of people are doing that, and stand Indiegogo, but don't rely on it. Don't have this be the one-stop shop. So,
I've always said that these platforms, YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, Indiegogo, Kickstarter, all of these platforms, these are platforms that we use to build our brands. But they are not our friends. They never have been.
Right.
And finally people are starting to wake up to that.
Yeah.
And I just hope that it's going to be acceptable for us to make our own websites, that's not going to get us into trouble.
No, it won't get in trouble. A lot of people are making their own websites and doing it. A lot of the big guys, even the little guys, look everywhere from like Luke Stone to Shane Davis and in between. Everybody's doing it. Yep, Bancroft's doing it.
Yep.
So yeah, it's just something that the 656 Aerith has been doing it for a couple campaigns now. Mandy, I think you mentioned, but it's kind of like a good safety net. It's like, don't focus on one thing. I like Indiegogo because it's where I started, not just because I like Indiegogo.
It's what I'm used to. It's what I'm used to.
I like being comfortable. I like familiarity. Me too. And so I mean that's why I like Indiegogo. If I'd started with Kickstarter, I'd be like, Indiegogo's okay. I love Kickstarter though. So it's just where I started at, and you get that sense of comfort, and I like the way it's built, the interface, and I really like your money comes out right away.
Yep.
I love that. That is
Yep.
one thing like that I am pro Indiegogo about is like my money comes out like that. Like, you know, yeah. So Kickstarter, there's been a few times where I'm like, oh, I forgot I backed that campaign. I hope, I do have enough. Okay, good. You know, so yeah,
What up, Jeff?
Hey, how's it going?
Oh, it's going okay.
on,
Dude,
yeah.
I'm sorry, I'm getting like a lot of ambient noise from your mic again.
Okay. Oh, that's probably because
If you could
it just sounds like a fan.
Oh, maybe that's it.
It just sounds like a computer fan or something, or like a little fan in the background.
It's kind of loud if it's right there.
I'm fine with it.
Okay.
Well,
right.
here's the thing.
I'm not that bright. I'm not that bright. I get easily distracted. But it's
okay. If Ink Spots were here, it's like his fan is a little louder than that. So I'm just kind of used to stuff like that, I guess.
Does it sound okay? Does it sound okay now?
Yeah. Don't worry about it, brother. Don't worry about it. But
love the paneling back there, Jason.
Oh, thanks, man. You mean all this fine stuff I have back there?
Yeah, it reminds me of my grandfather's house.
It's where I keep the bodies that are inside that wall.
Cool.
Oh, so you don't put them in the crawl space?
No, man. We don't have a crawl space here. We have to put it usually up. Yeah.
Well, I kind of like that. That's kind of creepy. That's like some Edgar Allan Poe, Casco Amontillado shit. So.
Yeah.
But do you want to tell everybody what the dealio is with this book?
Yeah, Frog G's. It's a story about a guy who was cursed by a voodoo priestess, then sent on a quest by Death himself to slay a god and win back his humanity to get back to the woman he loves. It's a 48-page, full-color, epic fantasy, fairy tale type story. It's like Spider-Man meets Hellboy. It's all ages. You can be like 10 and love it, or you could be 100 and love it. It's just all out fun. We Ink Spots did a lot of work and researching like some ancient myths and lore and deities, and we kind of meshed them together, and then we took the fairy tale part of it, and because we kind of wanted like the initial concept that came from this like had a fairy tale vibe to it, so we kind of put that. I think like Robin Hood, the animated Robin Hood movie, it had a little feel of that in the trading card that this originated from. So we kind of wanted to keep with that theme, but it does start off in the city because a guy gets turned into, he yells at an old lady who happens to be a voodoo priestess, and she curses him. So and then he turns into Frog G. So yeah.
Wow, that's pretty cool.
Look at this art, man. Look at this.
I don't know. The art is really the line work is really like stylish and haphazard in a way, but it's also has a lot of depth to it, especially that close up on the frog, like the reflection in his eyes and stuff.
I know.
Thanks, man.
My suspension of disbelief is being challenged though. What with the teeth? I mean, driving the car, I'm good with, but the teeth.
Frog with a mustache, and actually a little bit of a beard.
Comics mate. He saw that and he was like, or I think it was Comic. He's like, no, like he kind of freaked out. I'm like, but it's a guy who gets turned into a frog, so he still has some human attributes to him. And if you have teeth, it's easier to draw emotions, grimaces and stuff. You get more effects.
Right.
And he has the mustache and beard because Frog G, the moderator, the myth, the legend, the man in the chats, he designed the character. He wanted him to have a goatee. He wanted him to have the tool belts and the tools and be a mechanic and all this stuff. So that's why he's got the goatee. So yeah,
man, you can really get lost in some of those illustrations.
Well, that there's the great Matt Barr Matt Yaki combo. So that's the supplemental cover. So yeah, and then we have the supplemental itself, which is drawn by Ink Spots, and then I did digital inking over top of it. So because he wanted to keep the vibe from my last two campaigns of Absolute in that black and white regard with a little bit of my style, but he wants to do some penciling and do layouts and stuff like that. So he gets to flex his illustration muscles as well, because Ink Spots isn't just a colorist; he's a really good illustrator. I mean, he's really good. So and this is a way for people to see that. So yeah. And then you have the Irene cover, which is colored. It's in the updates. The color version is in the updates. But Billy Basco colored it, and then Irene drew that variant, and we have a variant by Dan Plagle, Boob Dan Art of Goblin Girl fame, which is that gorgeous one right there. Love it. So good.
It's
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the villain in the main villain in the first book. That's the Baba Yaga, and what she is, she's a sorceress who lost her head in battle. So she now like wears the heads of all of her other fallen victims as she sees fit. So she's like a fashionista, and she also like lost her leg, so she uses that her magic wand as her peg leg almost. So,
Oh
yeah,
my god!
Yeah, so it's
it's so good,
man.
Yeah, it's a fun little, like I said, fairy tale though, because it's no different than the Brothers Grimm or something like that. Like, so it's still fairy tale-esque. There's no gore, no like intense gore and stuff like that. So it's like Spider-Man's Torment is probably even worse than what we have. So it's all ages, but it's fun. It's fantasy, man. Kids aren't dumb. If they were to read this, they know it's not real, and they know it's like I was reading Spawn when I was 13, 14, whatever it came out, early teens. So come on, guys. Yeah,
adults always underestimate the intelligence of children.
I'm kind of guilty of that a little bit. I mean, my brother can tell you about the stories he had battling with my mom about like getting role-playing games that involved machinery. Like all he wanted to do was play BattleTech.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm sure he's regaled you with tales of her discovery of Christ in the mid '80s.
Yep. And the '80s during the Satanic Panic.
The
we played D&D as kids. We played D&D as kids. We started
too.
off. We had the original red box with that green plastic die that you fill in with the light crayon.
That was my first set. Was what, the second edition?
No, that was first. That was first, dude. That came out. That red box with that the dragon on the front and the guy in the back. Yeah, that was the first edition.
Okay. But by the way, as I'm like showing the pages from the campaign, if you like want to boss me around and like tell me like go up, down, left, right,
you're fine, dude.
By all means, do.
Well, we have the first 6 pages are written and lettered, because that was actually whenever you signed up for the mailing list. We did this thing where before the campaign launched, we sent out the first 6 pages to the mailing list people first, and they were able to read it and see if they liked it and back it that way. But they're up on the campaign now, so people could even go in and read the first 6 pages of the story before they even get the book, so they can see if they like it. And there's a little bit of that. And then that's the original cover, obviously by Inkspots and me. So that's people can back that one.
It's so good.
Thanks, man. We had a lot of fun with it. And if you actually scroll like almost all the way down, you'll see the line art for it. So you can see how much Inkspots really puts, like almost all the way down, dude. It's like all the way up. Yeah. Keep going, and I'll tell you about the stretch goals later. There you go. Just past it. Up a little. Oh,
there.
No, that's not it. It's the line art. Is it down further? No, it should be. No.
I don't know, man. It's your campaign.
There it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, you keep passing it. There it is.
There we go.
That's the line art for it, so you can see.
Beautiful.
What Inkspots really puts in. He had all that background was him.
I know.
And everything like that. Because this is the way him and I work. Like I'll draw a lot of the foreground and the main characters, and even like a little bit of the background, maybe a house or something like that.
Yeah.
But he has free reign to really put in like a background or like stuff like that. I mean, he doesn't go over my lines. He doesn't color hold my lines too much because I'm like, dude, I do all that work. I kind of don't want you to.
Of course.
But he knows when to, though. Like there are times I'm like, and I probably wouldn't even notice it, but there are times I see it and I'm just like cool with it though because it fits. But
because obviously, like any true artist, and you're not just talking about him just being a colorist here, but a full collaborator. He knows that it's all about serving the finished product.
Correct.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. And so and he actually gives a lot of the atmosphere, all the atmosphere pretty much to the page, and like he puts more in. And I think below that is actually the line art for the all foil trading card. Yeah, that's the Hulk homage cover with Wolverine and claws. That's he colored it, and it's going to be the foil trading card that the Secret Perks backers of the mailing list get.
So
that's a 2-page spread.
So where do you go to get something like that done? Just anywhere online?
What do you mean?
Get the foil card.
Oh, the foil trade. Yeah, I have a place. I go to a place called Print Firm.
Okay.
And they've been
Yeah.
they get cards in my last couple.
Comics
campaigns.
Wellspring now has like foil covers. All that stuff's becoming more and more affordable, which is great because then we can actually get this stuff out, cooler and cooler stuff out to our beloved backers.
Yeah.
And I've had foil trading cards on my other campaigns. People love them, and they're nice little chase cards in a way if you do them with secret perks and stuff like that. So we have a lot of fun doing them. And then you also have trading cards. You got 5 trading cards. You got Hockey of Ad Hoc Art did a card that ink colored. Luke Alietta, he has a card that ink colored. Shelby Robertson did a trading card with Yvonne Fiendish coloring it.
He did a trading card for me, as a matter of fact.
Dude, Shelby's a beast.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, he is.
That's one of our pieces. But Dan, and then the Dan Plagle trading card. Yeah. I was like, I know I'm forgetting one.
That's that. Come on now, people. You know you want this.
Yeah, and everybody gets them. There's a 6 a.m. sticker everybody gets, a bookmark, and a window. These here. There's a window cling, that first one with the frog waving. That's Hockey did that, and that's going to be a window decal. Nice. Yeah, and then another sticker of the Chibi frog that we did, and then you get the bookmark. So those are unlocked.
Wait a second. I smell something funny. Oh God, what is that odor, man? Oh hey, Inkspots, what's up, brother?
It's the ink. Maybe he didn't shower in time.
No, I haven't actually. My balls are very pungent.
What's up, brother? What's up? So glad you joined us, man. We're just talking about what a shitty artist you are.
Thanks. You appreciate it.
How I did 98% of the work on this campaign.
I know you. Jason was just telling us about how he's been carrying you through this project.
Yeah, his back is gone now.
Yeah, I have a permanent hunch. Yeah.
Oh, by the way, real quick, I want to say hey to everybody in the chat. Thank you so much for tuning in. We really do appreciate you. Smash that like button. More importantly, smash the link to the campaign because you know that you want to check this out. And remember, these guys are shadow banned. You're not going to accidentally stumble across their stuff. You're going to have to follow a direct link. So, you know what I'm saying?
Inkspots is working on the website. So the Unhinged Ink website.
Nice. Dude, congratulations on this.
Thanks, man.
Where are you guys at? Okay, you're at 15. That's not nearly enough. You guys, this should at least be a 20K campaign minimum.
It would have been. It would have been.
I know.
It would have been. We lost a lot of traction, and we could have done a second chance, but once we got on, what happened was also we were on a closeout. Everybody does a quote unquote closeout stream, and then you go in demand. And we were on with Plagle. He was doing the closeout, and Inkspots checked. He was like, "Yeah, we are. The box is checked to go in demand." And then right when 3 a.m. hit on East Coast time, it said you have opted out of in demand, and it closed our campaign. So Ink at 3:01, Inkspots was messaging them no, and so we had to wait a few days for us to be out of get back in demand, good to go in demand.
I remember that because I felt horrible because I've been planning on having you guys on, and then that happened. I was like, what?
Yeah, and we were hit up by a couple people, and then somebody was like, "Hey, you should do a second chance campaign." And he was like, "We'll help you launch it and stuff." And we were thinking about it, and we're like, "Well," Inkspots was like, "Well, wait a few days. Let's see if they take it, put us back up," and they did. And we could have then just closed it and done a second chance and been maybe even out of shadow band at that point. But in my opinion, the damage has been done. So at least this way people can still get their books that intended on backing.
Yeah, I mean, pretty much our whole second 30 we were shadow banned, and you couldn't find us. And they say that some people are like, that doesn't make it does make a difference because we before the shadow ban we were if 10 people looked at the campaign, we were selling one book for every 10 people that stumbled upon it. So we were selling at least 1 to 3 books every day. And then when we got shadow banned, it went down to nothing for a month. So definitely makes a difference.
Short of us being on stream and really pushing it, and we were showing still. It's not like we stopped, So
right. everybody, check this out. A lot of the original art is already gone. Reenie's original art is gone. Shelby Pack is gone. So is the foil card with the books. Drawn in tier, gone. You still can get the Jason cover.
Yeah, you still get that.
And the Plagal cover.
And the Plagal, which is so fucking great. I just can't wait to meet that villain.
Oh, she's cool, dude.
Oh, she is a fun one.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, she's only in that first book, but it's good. She's just the gatekeeper. She's a gatekeeper.
He's not the keymaster.
A threshold guardian, as Joseph Campbell would have called.
Yeah, like smart people would say.
Right.
Yeah, people that know how to use words.
Educated people.
Yeah.
She's a door woman. A door woman. That's
right.
Yeah, she's a door person of female persuasion.
Right. So the Big Daddy tier, that's gonna come with what does that come with? That comes with the paint. That comes with the paint, right?
So that comes with a 9x12 acrylic painting that I'm gonna start painting those soon live on air. And they'll be signed and numbered in the order that they're backed. And after this campaign, there will be no other Frog G bust paintings done in acrylic. So the next campaign will be something else, and I'm not going to paint any more acrylic busts, only for this campaign. And then it comes with a full-size Jason illustration. And it comes with all the books, the supplemental. It comes with the beanie. So, yeah, you want
that beanie, suckers.
Yep, the beanie's a pain in the butt.
Oh, God.
Because we want it embroidered, and then a dude gave us a quote, and then when we went to get it done, he's like, "Oh yeah, we can't embroider that."
Yeah. We hit Bar back up, and he did a couple other like logos that might be able to updated logos and stuff, and so hopefully Inkspots has them, and so hopefully we can get a company that'd be like, yeah, we're cool. And we can do it, and if not, we'll find someone who can and order the beanies.
Somebody can do it. We know
somebody can do it.
Yeah.
Don't feel bad because I still haven't gotten out like the 6-gun gorilla figurines from the last campaign. They're like people that are still waiting. They'll be compensated because it's just like what I do is if you get late shit from me, you get 2 of whatever.
Oh wow!
Right.
Oh,
so if your book is late, you get 2 books from me. If you ordered a poster or something. It's late, you get 2 posters. It's always just a way to say. Now, mind you, folks, that doesn't mean that these guys are going to give you like free beanies.
Well, the other thing is the beanie even says the shipping date is next year. That just gave us leeway, but you should even get these before. We're hoping before Christmas if everything goes well, but if not, it's in the wintertime. You're going to get them.
Yeah, it'll still be
it'll still be
as soon as possible.
Yeah.
So
we're just trying to find someone to embroider them. Is all.
So basically, what you're trying to say in a really polite way is that you guys are going to ruin people's Christmases by not getting the beanies for Santa Claus.
We never promised.
I think the plural is Christmas.
Maybe, but who knows?
I mean, well, it doesn't look good right now just because we would have had to have had them embroidered by.
They would have already been ordered, and
they would have been ordered by now. But we want to get a quality. We promised embroidered, and we want to get quality. So
we could have got them printed right away, but the embroidery is what we really want because those are like way nicer. So
way nicer, dude, way nicer. And then here's the thing. This is what I always tell people. I would rather have stuff awesome than fast.
Yeah.
Right. And you're gonna get it within winter, and it's like I said, it's also something that we can order in bulk. Like even if we have order the minimum and we only sell like half, we still have more left over, and we could just sell those later on
our website.
So, that's something you can constantly keep selling. So it's fine.
So what's the deal with what's the issue? Is it's too intricate? It's too tight?
Yeah, the company we were going to use. Well, at first we sent them the image, and they quoted us and said they could do it. But then they got back to us. They're like, the only word we can really embroider is the word frog. We're like, yeah, that's not going to work.
Okay.
Could you imagine?
Well, and here's the thing.
Simplified the G. We simplified the G. Or Matt Barr simplified the G a bit, and he was even like, "Dude, if you can't, if someone want to embroider that, get with me. I'll find somebody because I know that can be done." And I've seen like really intricate embroidery before, so I know that kind of work can be done.
Yeah.
So.
And
Yep.
not only that, dude, my company I work for does like, we make prints for like shirts and stuff like that. Like you can heat press prints or whatever. And like if they can't be like, look, this is a little too intricate, we have designers that will help you fix, like they will edit things and send it back to you and be like, this is what we can do. You know what I mean? So like there should be a team of designers that will like, look, this is too intricate. They should have worked with it and like send us back with Frog G and the wrench. Like, this is what we can do.
Yeah,
that's the way it should have gone. Not, we can only do the word frog. It's like, that's not how that works at all, dude. I don't know how these people.
This is a total non sequitur, but I remember in the 90s being at the Limelight in New York City, and this was like a Gothic cathedral that had been turned into a club space.
Mhm.
And for some reason, I guess one of the opening bands was a Kiss cover band, and their name was Cold Gin. And behind them, they had a big sign that lit up that said "Cold Gin," but the C was out, so it just said "Old Gin."
Old Gin.
Cold. I think
It's
isn't Cold
Old
Gin
Gin
time again? Isn't that
again.
Yeah, it's a Kiss song. That's why they're called Cold
Yeah.
Gin.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. That was a non sequitur. I had to bust. I had to get that out of my head. I don't know why that was so fucking funny.
That's okay.
It just is. But anyway, have any of you guys seen Frogs? Because we are going to have to talk about that at some point. This is the Horror Movie Club.
Yeah.
I did not even know there was a movie called Frogs.
There is.
Yeah.
There is.
Yeah.
It's from
It's,
1972. It's from 1972, produced by Samuel Z. Arkoff. It was, this was like the era of the drive-ins. And so this would be a movie that you would see usually at a drive-in double feature. It would be like this and like maybe like a Roger Corman movie or something like that.
This seemed like a Roger Corman movie, only in that it didn't seem like it took a lot to put together.
No, it's very, very, very low budget.
Yeah.
I was watching the rip that is on Amazon Prime.
Yeah, me too.
And I couldn't believe how beautiful it looked.
Yeah.
Because, I grew up watching seeing movies like this on TV when I was a kid.
Yeah.
And, very often those, were pretty,
Yeah.
let's just say they'd been through they kind of, been through the ringer. And had real bad edits and everything like that. And it's just nice to see that even like complete turkeys like Frogs can get a
little bit of Bezos love.
A little bit of Bezos love. Nobody asks for much. I certainly don't ask for much. Let me see if I can bring. Actually, you know what? Let's take a quick look at the trailers so y'all can get acquainted. This is like 1972. It's when they started making eco horror movies.
Yeah.
Right? And basically, that's what this is. It's an eco horror movie in the sense that it's about humans polluting the environment to the point where the Mother Earth gets pissed off and takes out a rolling pin and starts to beat us all in the head.
Yeah,
I think to me, I know it wasn't really Mother Nature doing it, but Maximum Overdrive was a better example of that.
Well, those were aliens.
I know, but I'm just saying, like, yeah.
I thought it was the Earth passed through the tail of a green comet.
Yeah, it's like a green comet.
Right.
Still,
now, the one.
Yes.
Yeah, see, the one that this reminds me of, now that you say the whole Mother Earth thing, is Talia Shire was in a POS the poster was great. It was called Prophecy. And it had
I love that movie.
I thought it was pretty interesting too. As a kid, when I'm like, whatever it is, but you never got to see that thing. You never got to see that thing.
Well, you do, but it doesn't look like that.
Right.
That is one of the scariest movie posters ever.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
So fucking scary. We should do that movie sometime. I remember as a kid seeing that on the cover of Fangoria, seeing that in the newspapers. It was so creepy. Just this like mutant monster bear in utero.
Right, but the Armada Sante is supposed to be a Native American, which is like, I guess if you have to. I mean, I'm sure there's way more Native Americans around back then.
Well, yeah, I mean,
they probably didn't want to act. They probably didn't want to.
Well, that's the thing. Back then, you could also cast the actor that you wanted.
Yeah.
Like, he's a really good actor. I could understand why a director would want him. But I can also understand why Native American people would be, like, annoyed at always seeing them, like, Native American people being shown in, like, old westerns. Always like, how?
Yeah.
And it's like Victor Mature covered, like, in, like, tanner.
Ironized coating.
Yes, it was Sicilian. Yeah, it was Sicilian.
What, Indians don't say how?
How? No, well, I mean,
they say
what?
How much.
Yeah.
Here, let's check out this dope ass trailer.
Suppose nature gave a war, and everybody came. The snakes, the birds, the lizards and frogs. And suppose that the polluters, the species on Earth called man, were the enemy in that war.
It's totally asinine, but I have to, like, pause this every now and then so that we don't get yanked off the air. It's especially fucking stupid because these are trailers, they're commercials, trying to make these people some money.
I still believe man is master of the world.
And then, suppose that the human race lost.
It's high quality acting right there.
Well, look what she's got.
Oh, help the poor lady. Oh, no.
Ray Milland, Sam Elliot, Joan Van Ark, Adam Rourke, Judy Page.
Oh, we're going to talk about that.
First of all, we're going to have to try to find out.
Now, that's a horror that you can't unsee right there. That's Sam Elliot without his stash. We're going to get into it.
Stuart and Michael. To be very honest with you, I don't think we will. Not alive, anyway.
Keep talking, Pig, because you're the only one making any sense around here.
But whether we find him or not, we've got to get off this damn island. All of us, now.
And I am asking to get the hell out of here with someone or by myself.
What other option would there be?
Reptile abuse.
Yeah.
Oh, there's PETA.
Man, that echo.
Well, yeah, that's to make it scary.
Now.
I know that echo sounds like one of those microphone toys you get, you know, where you're just talking, it echoes.
Mr. Microphone?
Yeah.
I don't know what, I mean, look. This movie involves a lot of, like, for instance, there's a scene where one of the cast members gets killed by Spanish moss. And you can tell it's kind of like, you guys ever see Tim Burton's Ed Wood?
Yeah, I love that movie.
Right? Well, it's Tim Burton's best movie, like by a mile, I think, right? But there's that scene where Lugosi has to get into like this kiddie pool basically with the octopus, but they stole the octopus, but it had a motor that went with it, and they forgot to get the motor. So Ed Wood is just telling them just like flop around with the tentacles, like you're being attacked, and that's pretty much what an attack by like Spanish moss and spiders and
sounds about right.
Swamp critters looks like in this movie.
Oh, great!
Yeah. I can't say I really recommend it. They used to show this on TV when I was a kid, and it was one of those pictures where you're like, you know, it's like there's no monsters. There's I mean, whenever actually, you know, all of like the Vengeance of Nature movies, like there's one called Day of the Animals, right, where there's like every animal just turns hostile because of the hole in the ozone layer, and they just start like going nuts, and, like, attacking hikers, right? And it's just nothing scary about that shit because you're always imagining that there's like, I mean, look, if a fucking grizzly bear was on my ass, I'd be shitting myself, right? But when I see one on TV, I'm just like, I realize the wrangler is like right off camera, and there's no real peril. You know, not that I expect the cast to be in actual physical peril, like in danger of being like mauled by a bear.
They should be.
Or if you are sitting next to one on a talk show, we've all seen that, right? Where the one lady gets attacked by the bear, and the black belt martial artist is trying his best. He's plying his trade.
Fuck that, man.
I know. Like, I don't know what she was wearing, but it must have been bear hoochie or something.
Right.
Martial artists fight a bear.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, actually, there was one.
Sugar Ray Leonard against his weight.
Mas Oyama, the creator of the founder of Okinawan karate, fought a bear.
Wow.
Yeah, and also fought a bull, and killed it because like was like a wild. This is a real non sequitur, but yeah. That's how much of a badass motherfucker this guy was. Sonny Chiba played him in like 3 movies, and Sonny Chiba's a badass. He actually studied under this guy. But yeah, there was like a bull that was loose, and there was like in a market or something like that, and there was a kid that was in there, and he jumped out and he got the kid out, but then he couldn't get out because every time he tried jumping over the barrier, he had like had its horns practically up his ass. And so he karate punched the fucking bull and killed it.
Nice. One punch man.
Yeah, man. Masoyama.
He's the OG.
He's the OG, not to be fucked with by any.
It's like Wu-Tang.
Wu-Tang. Yeah. I mean, Wu-Tang Clan is nothing to fuck with. I'm not gonna lie about that. Let's see here. Let me bring up the movie poster because I always like taking a look at the movie posters. This is kind of false advertising, I think. When I was a kid, I was like thinking, like, oh, okay, like I'm gonna see like basically giant frogs eating people.
I mean, with the title itself, I would think it'd be like mutant frogs or killer frogs or frogs.
I'm guessing this is my theory. That the reason why this is called Frogs is, but yeah, there's a lot of frogs in it, but the frogs really aren't killing people. It's all the other like poisonous critters basically that are doing it. That and like the seemingly sentient Spanish moss, but they
didn't spring for a great movie poster, did they?
They took a photo of a frog. I think that's the reference photo I used for Frog G.
The people on the island were doing half the work for the animals. Especially the woman catching the butterflies. It's like, I'm surprised you could walk out there.
I know.
You know?
Oh, and then the tool that's like running through the fucking swamp, it trips and like blows his knee off with the shotgun.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, you win the Darwin Award, mofo.
The thing sitting in the yard. This guy died at like 48 or something. I'm like, he was in like one other movie. I think he like died he was only like 40 or something years old. It's too bad.
Oh no, really? Oh
yeah, I can't remember exactly how.
Oh, that's
frogs.
Horrible,
yeah, turns out.
It's frogs.
There's a big old snapping.
This movie killed his career and him.
Oh snap!
Yeah.
Now, of course, all right. This movie, all right. This movie's, yeah. No, you're going straight to hell, brother. And I am too for finding it funny. But yeah, I mean, look, there's nothing really scary in this. Just a bunch of creepy crawlies and frogs. Like I said, I guess maybe the use of the frogs is to invoke the image of like the biblical plague of frogs, right? That's my guess.
Ooh, I like that dead face. That was cool.
Yeah, that was the first.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Oh no, that's a very good makeup, actually.
Yeah.
Nice edges.
Most definitely. But
that should have been the poster.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
look.
yeah.
I got to be real. The true horror of this movie is the lack of Sam Elliott's stash.
Yeah, that is.
Yeah.
Dude, without it, you can't tell it's Sam Elliott. I mean, even except when he starts like yelling a little bit, then you're like, oh, there's that gruffle.
I've only seen him old. I've never.
Yeah, I've
seen
only
him
ever
young.
seen him old with that mustache. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing. I'm not gonna diss on the guy because look, if there were a class in toxic masculinity in 101, he would be like the professor.
He's
Right?
from looks like Dukes of Hazzard, dude, man.
We're talking about
Bo Duke.
we're
He
talking about
looks like he
we're
crawled right out of the car there, out of the window. That's him.
right? Is he, yeah, a little bit. I can see where you could see that.
You're gonna get them Duke boys.
Hey man, the Dukes of Hazzard have probably had a better
Awesome.
budget than this movie, so I mean, really, it's.
Yeah, I mean, here's the thing. Look, I mean, he's the man's man. We understand that, but his stash is the stash.
Yeah.
Like
Oh, dude,
Sam
yeah.
Elliott's
Iconic.
mustache.
Yeah.
It laughs at Tom Selleck's mustache.
Sam Elliott's mustache signs its own contracts.
Yeah, but I mean, when you think of like mustaches, yeah, you think of Sam Elliott, you think of Burt Reynolds,
Right.
yeah,
Ron Jeremy.
Ron
That's the first thing that popped
Jeremy.
into my head.
All roads lead back to Ron Jeremy.
Isn't he in
You guys-
prison now?
Yeah, he's
You guys should
He goes,
watch
Free Ron Jeremy.
Paul Provenza. Paul Provenza has some stuff. The Green Room. I mean, they're old, but there's some shows on Showtime you can probably find on YouTube called The Green Room with Paul Provenza, and Ron Jeremy's in the audience.
Almost always.
And he looks like he looks like The Walking Dead. I swear. At that point, you know.
I kind of really regret the fact I never got to see him do stand-up because supposedly he was absolutely horrible. And I
Really?
just-
No.
Yeah, and my
Shocker.
friend and I wanted to go, and we knew that we would be like the only two people in the audience just laughing ourselves to death.
Well,
Man.
who knows? The opening
the
acts
rest
might
of
have
the
been
crowd
good.
would be completely silent, and we'd
I-
just be like,
His best acting role was in Orgasmo. So I mean, really,
yeah. I mean, well, I wouldn't say that's his best acting role.
that's his best acting.
Well, what movie would you say? Like, what other movies has he ever been in?
Well, gee, I don't know, like maybe 100,000 skin flicks.
Yeah,
This
right.
is back when they were making, and mind you, this is back when your average skin flick basically had the same budget as a movie like this, and
Yeah, that's true.
like a movie like this, like people forget that like skin flicks actually used to be real movies.
Yeah,
They
that's
had
what
like a
that's what-
storyline, a flimsy one, but they had.
I knew
Yeah,
I knew
yeah.
this movie was missing something, and now I know what it is.
Most definitely. Best performance in this, definitely Ray Milland. Ray Milland probably historically best known for his movie Lost Weekend about a alcoholic. And this is a movie about an alcoholic back in the day when like everybody drank like fucking fish and smoked.
And everyone still respected the elderly and their
yes.
opinions.
Yes. And X, the man with the X-ray eyes. I don't know if you guys have ever seen that.
Girl with green eyes. No, I haven't seen Man with X-Ray. I've heard of it. I've never seen Man with X-Ray.
Oh, it's so
Heard of
good.
it.
It's a really good Roger Corman movie. It's about a guy who creates like these eye drops that give him X-ray vision, right? And so at first he's like looking through chicks' dresses and everything, doing like real juvenile shit, and then he can see people's skeletons, and then he starts to like actually see through like the layers of reality.
Oh,
wow.
And as he's looking through these layers of reality, there's a figure that starts to take shape. And it's becoming clearer and clearer. And it's like some kind of, it's like Lovecraftian cosmic horror, basically.
That's pretty cool.
I would just look through the cards at the blackjack table. That's all.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
He does that too. He does that
We
too.
all know that. Hank.
Yeah,
Or at least I do. Anyway.
Yeah, no, yeah.
I'm not shocked by that one.
Natürlich.
Degenerate
Yeah.
gambler.
Oh man, yeah. So yeah, folks, I can't really say that I recommend. Oh yeah,
Don't watch
No, I
this movie.
can't.
Whatever you do not watch this movie.
No, I wouldn't
Brian, I can say, Brian, I can say that you would recommend this movie. That's why we're talking about this movie.
No, the only reason I picked this is because we were having these Frog G dudes on. It's their fault. How many Frog-related horror movies are there?
We should have had a clown book. You would have had
Good point.
Yes.
I'm just pointing out the fact that we're watching this movie specifically because you recommended it. I can never again recommend this movie. I think that's how you want to say it. I will never again. I don't. I'm just picking.
The one really gangster moment is where they're going into the dining room, and there's a snake that's hanging from the chandelier, and everybody's screaming and making a fuss. And Ray Milland just cold whips at the jammy and just fucking blasts it.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Although actually no, that's not the jammy. That's a revolver.
Oh,
but it's still a gat. It's still a gat. It still means that he's rolling around in his wheelchair packing heat.
Aren't all handicapped doing that?
I know I would. Yeah. Oh, have you guys ever seen Mr. Legless?
Mm-mm.
You've got to see that. That needs to be seen to be believed. I'm going to see actually if I
Mr. Legless, huh?
Yes.
Is it about a guy with diabetes?
It's about a guy. It's about a guy with no legs. It's about a guy with no legs who will whip your candy ass. He's got like 12-gauge shotguns in the arms of his chair. But there's also a scene where he's going for a swim, and he's a bad guy, so I shouldn't say the bad guys come for him. Other bad guys come for him, and they're just like, well, we'll get his ass at the swimming pool, and then he like proceeds to like beat them to death. We're using karate and shit.
Did you ever see? Well, you saw Due Date, right? With Robert Downey Jr.
That's what I was thinking.
With handy capable. He's like, I'm a handy capable mother, and he beats the crap out of him.
Yeah, man. So yeah, folks, I can't say I recommend this. It's okay for a casual watch. This is the kind of movie that you put on in the background. I wouldn't recommend going out of your way to check it out, but you could also do worse.
Would you
what
really
up, Maiden? Good to see you, darling. Yui Long in the house. What up, Yui? Hey. Everybody in the chat, thank you so much. But you know what? Enough talk. Enough of this bullshit about this whack-ass movie. Let's take a look again at this dope-ass campaign.
Yeah. I was gonna say, you sure you would put this movie on in the background? I mean, there's a lot of other movies you can put on in the background.
Well, that's how I watch the new Star Wars movies.
Yeah,
I don't even watch them, man.
I haven't seen them yet.
Yeah, I
I've seen them once.
Watched the last one, but
dude, I think that's the worst one.
So movies that I put on in the background are movies that I've seen so many times that I don't need to see them to understand what's happening. It's like I think I said this before. I painted this room watching Blazing Saddles and Ghostbusters.
Oh wow!
Yeah, there you go.
Excellent choices.
That's what I do if I got good to sleep. I'll put on something I've seen like a million times, so I'm not too interested in watching it. I'll be watching so I can go to sleep.
Yeah.
Yeah, or there's certain movies that just have like a dreamy kind of like a feel to them that are just Dark Shadows. I love Dark Shadows. Always puts my ass to sleep, like in a good way.
Mm-hmm.
Frog G.
Frog G. Yeah, everybody go check out this campaign. Like I said, these brothers are shadow banned like a motherfucker, and they could
one of the OGs.
Yeah, one of the OGs. Absolutely, and also
we were the first ones, man. We got it first. So.
Yeah, technically, Shane's pre-launch was shadow banned.
Oh yeah, his pre-launch was, but we were like the first campaign that was just disappeared. So,
damn, like at a Chilean dictatorship or something like that. Like you basically like.
Oh no, they're selling comic books.
They have to drag them off. They're taking them off to like a soccer field, soccer stadium, and just disappear them. But yeah, folks, if you're a broke ass bitch like me and you can't back this right now, guess what? You could share the link on Facebook, the Facebooks, on the Twatters, and sharing the link does make a big difference. Trust me.
Also, if you can't, definitely do want to like back later, click the follow button because you'll get all the updates at that point, and it'll remind you that you have to back it.
So the only stretch goal left, we're not going to put any more since we didn't really get where we needed to get. So the only stretch goal we got left is if we do get to 20,000, we will do wrenches still. But
yeah, we're still gonna do.
We'll see if we get there. We're probably gonna fulfill before that happens. So.
Probably, yeah. But that just means the wrenches would end up being a stretch goal in the second campaign.
Yeah,
So-
second. We'll do better in the second one.
Yep.
Yeah.
And also you got like some bit 2 variant covers, one by Rini.
You gotta put the colored one on.
And I love that line work.
I gotta do a lot of things.
Yeah, you do have to do a
Rini's
lot
a
of
freaking
things.
rock
You have-
star, man.
You have to do a lot of things.
Rini's a rock star, like super.
Yeah, well,
duper
if you
mega
go to,
talented
like I said,
and,
if you
a
go to the
sweetheart.
updates, you can see it colored.
Yeah, Jason posted
It's the
it.
first. It's the first update post.
I took
Yeah.
2. I got sick and I took like 2 weeks off. So
Well, I mean,
I'm running a little
plus
behind.
you're coloring everything. You're coloring multiple cards. You're doing all the website. You're doing
There
a
we
lot of stuff, dude.
Oh,
Yeah.
look at that!
Yeah.
What the
Yeah,
fuck?
that's Billy Basco.
Really
Oh, I love Billy. Hail Billy.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so
Nice.
cool.
And that's a virgin cover. It's going to be as is. Like there's going to be no trade.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no
boy.
trade address
boy.
on it. It's
Yeah,
virgin.
boy.
Man.
That's the way
Like
to
a
do it.
virgin.
Well, the thing we did a
Hey!
poll in the chat on Lord Crackhead's channel, and
And they all
we did a
wanted
poll,
it.
and
Yeah.
75% of the chat wanted it as a virgin cover. So
Nice.
and we listened to the fans.
We
Yes,
only
it's creative.
disappointed 25% of our customers.
about it.
yeah, fuck those people.
So if you do just want to back the Irene variant, you get a ton of free stuff with it, because of the stretch goals. You get like 5 cards, stickers, window clings, bookmarks. You get a lot of stuff. So
freaking window clings, people. Who else is
Yeah.
doing window clings?
I did. Absolute 2 is the one.
You
that
did it?
had
Really?
my window
Oh, okay.
clean. Yeah,
Okay.
Absolute 2 had a window.
we did
Alright.
sell out of a lot of stuff, which is good.
Yeah, you
That's
did.
good.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, you did. And this is just the beginning, folks. They're going to be doing more of
More
this book.
stuff.
They're
More
going to be
stuff.
doing more
Yeah, yeah.
stuff. Give them your money so they can do more stuff.
Yep.
More
Because we're
more-
still paying people. We're still, ordering stuff even now. So I got to send people money and
Yeah. Keep the dream alive.
Wait a second. My bitch ass actually forgot to show the
Pedro
trailer.
Ang trailer with Luke Alietta voiceover.
Yes.
Mm.
Fuck those guys.
Yeah, you don't need
Those
to watch
dudes.
it. That's
I know,
trailer
I love
and
those
comics
dudes.
game.
Hail Pedro. Who's representing CG
Look,
Panama,
one
and
of my
hail
videos in
Luke.
there.
Love Luke to pieces. But yeah.
Oh,
let me-
Brian watches your stuff, I guess.
Try to blow
Yeah, I
this
tried
out.
at YouTube for like a half a second.
Let me know if we're getting sound here, or if we're not getting sound.
No
No
sound.
sound.
No sound? God
Yeah.
damn it,
You
man.
didn't share with audio.
I hear nothing.
Oh, okay. All right, hold on a sec. All right, let me
Shit,
remove that, and then...
Yes. Yeah, I have to figure out why I can't record on my OBS now because I updated it. So now I got to figure out maybe updated drivers again. I don't know, but I was doing statue video. I was consistently doing 2 a week, and now the kibosh is on. I could record through StreamYard, but the quality's less.
Actually, could one of you dudes share your screen and share the trailer
Yeah.
that way? Because there's something about I think about StreamYards and Firefox that don't like each other.
Oh, that's what I'm using. Sorry.
No, that's so good.
Give me just
No, it's just like for some reason there's like technical difficulties sometimes.
Wow, I
but
just
yeah.
froze up big time. You got it, Ink?
I'm working on it.
Okay, because I just froze
Now-
up big time right when I was about to do it. I'm like,
Not
what
schnell.
happened?
But yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not. Oh yeah. Hold on a sec.
that chicken
uh,
stuff.
But yeah, not sure what movie we're going to be doing next Tuesday. I think it's probably going to be either Hatchet.
I actually saw that already. I saw it that night.
Did you?
Had that monster with me, so I was up.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You were highly caffeinated. Actually,
Yeah.
you know what? One thing I didn't talk about was my man Chris. If you're listening, what up, brother? Love you. Last night we were watching Barbarian, which has been
Good movie.
Yeah.
I'm
Interesting
thinking
thing
of the
is,
Barbarians.
Very, very good. I had to look up the definition of barbarian afterwards. I'm like, okay, that works.
Yeah,
it's like my definition, my knowledge of the word barbarian is all Conan. I'm like, well, that fits too, except I thought it meant something completely different.
well, the barbarians were a people. The barbarians were like actually my ancestors were.
Right, but uncivilized.
Well, yeah, by Roman standards, and the word itself, barbarian, comes from the way that the Romans would mock the barbarians by going like, "Oh yeah, when they talk, it sounds like bar 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 bar."
Yeah,
yeah,
that's funny.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
cool.
And then,
I love learning
and
that
then,
stuff.
my people, what did we do? We wiped out 6 Roman legions in the Black Forest. That's what we did for making fun of like how we spoke.
Yeah.
Nice.
All right, here we go.
There's an echo.
We've all read the story. The brave hero conquers the diabolical villain and rescues the damsel in distress. But this is real life, and in real life, stories don't always have happy endings. Frog G, the story of a man turned into a frog by a voodoo priestess sent on a mission to kill a god by death itself. Now our hero must roam the underworld to regain his humanity and win back the woman he loves.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Ooh.
Nice.
Oh,
nice.
No, we're not echoing anymore.
We're not echoing any longer? Echo. No. Now pitching Manny Mona.
That has to be one of the greatest comic book trailers ever.
It's the best CG trailer until Frog G2.
Yeah. Which I hope we can afford it.
Hey man, we paid out of pocket for the first one. We'll pay out of pocket for the second one.
Look, you guys have mad crazy talent out the yin yang. This all started as a tribute to Frog G, who is like one of the admins. Hail all the admins, the people that drop the links in the chats. You know, they're the unsung heroes of the scene, right? And how much does Frog get if this gets if Disney buys this and turns it into like a movie franchise?
97%.
He gets that. He gets 10%. Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. But still,
of anything, even
theme
characters
park
he
rides?
didn't create. So anything that has to do with Frog G, he's cut in on it. So yeah.
Rock and roll. Yeah, I mean this book looks dope. I'm backing it when I can. Everybody, go support these guys. Not just because like, hey, go support these guys, but damn, this looks like an awesome book. And
better than 98% of the stuff in the mainstream.
That is true.
90, dude, you're being generous. You're being generous. Better than 99.
There's some good artists out there and good writers. I don't want to,
I go to the comic book store and there's just not.
Yeah, but I mean, it's so big.
interesting.
You could always like anybody that comes up to you at a con and says, "Hey, am I part of the 2%?" Of course you are.
Right.
I'd be like, "No, you're not. You ain't nothing."
But here's the thing. But here's the thing. Inky, are you telling me that your local comic book store actually still sells comic books?
Yeah, actually, it just opened up. We haven't had even just a regular bookstore in years and years and years. So we finally got Barnes and Nobles was the last bookstore we had. It shut down, and then we didn't have one for like 5 years. And then we haven't had a comic book shop since I was like in my early 30s. So
we have a Barnes and Noble that's open.
So it just opened. Yeah. It's a complete owned by some crazy people, but at least it's a comic book store. But there's only like 2 new books in the whole place. Other than that I bought or that I read, only 2 books. And then other than that, it's all back issues. Just buying back issues. So.
That's what I hear. That a lot of the places are just doing back issues. And who you got there,
Yeah, I
Jeff?
mean, just grabbing all the old X books that I missed.
This is Mikey.
Hi, Mikey.
Say hi, Mikey.
I'm
getting a full run of Sergio Aragones. So.
Oh yeah. Oh, love Sergio.
Okay, that's
Oh man, Gru the Wanderer. That was the shit.
Yeah, Gru's
Or the I don't know if you ever read his Batlash comics.
Sorry, guys.
No, that's okay.
You're right.
The Western comics that Aragones did.
No, I haven't ever seen those.
Oh, check those out, dude.
Only as Barbarian.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You should check out his DC Westerns.
And Mad Magazine, of course.
So. And Mad Magazine, of course. I always loved how he would draw like in the margins.
Yeah, and he would make almost like a cartoon out of some of them. Yeah.
Oh, sometimes it would be like a little animation.
A flip book or something.
Yes.
Like he could flip through the pages and it'd be a little animation. Yeah, it was cool.
Yeah, love that dude.
Hey, Brian, yesterday you were showing us a comic book illustration of Hatchet.
Oh, actually, that was Pops that was showing.
Oh, right, Pops was showing it. Yeah.
Yeah, because there is actually a Hatchet comic book, like a tie-in comic, which is totally cool. I'm all for going multimedia, and man, speaking of going multimedia, Pedro just absolutely, of course, killed it with that trailer.
Pedro's sick, dude.
Yeah.
I love that dude.
There you go.
All right, everybody.
Yeah.
We are going to peace out. We will see you on. At least I will. I don't know about these suckers. They'll be doing their own thing. But on Tuesday, I will be back for Horror Movie Club, and presumably next week's movie is Hatchet.
Right. Tuesday we have topic lists. At least I do with Luke. So
that's right. No, I feel horrible because I
you
think,
should.
That's what I'm saying. I don't need.
We've been at it for 2 years.
I don't need convincing.
Fine.
I don't need convincing.
Fine. Everybody can stream over us. We've been doing it longer.
There you go.
I already know I'm a piece of shit.
They're the OGs.
Just messing with you.
I'm telling you, man. You guys are the shit, and your comic book looks like the shit.
Thanks, man.
And much love to you, fellas. And I apologize for not having you on sooner.
Hey, it's all good, man. There's a lot of channels we still have to hit up and be on, and so it's all good. No worries, no worries.
Yeah, you do. You're gonna hit that. You're gonna hit 20K minimum. But that shadow ban is a motherfucker. Anyway, do you guys really quick want to tell everybody where they can find your sexy behinds? What about you, Inky?
Yeah, you can just find me over on Twitter at my evil robot. You can find me on YouTube. My handle is at Inkspots, so it's easy to find me. And just back for OG, man. Back to book.
Yeah, so he doesn't have to fall in another ditch and break his neck again.
Yeah.
What about you, Jason? Where can these fools find you?
Find me there on the Twitters, Unhinged Dent. You can find me at Unhinged Dent on YouTube, or just look for my logo. Everybody knows what it's like, Blind Eye Man. Back for OG. Get it while you can, because once we actually go into fulfillment, because we're going to hammer away, and you won't be able to get it after we fulfill unless you go to the website that Inkspots is working on. So back for OG now. Because you won't get all those special, stretch goals and stuff when you back into the website. So yeah.
Yep.
You just get the book.
Folks, if you snooze, you lose. Be a winner, not a wiener.
All right.
Back that shit stat. And Jeff, where can people find you?
I'm at Kit Bash Federation on YouTube, and I'm at Kit Bash at Jeffrey's Tube on Twitter. And you can come watch me glue stuff together and make spaceships. Spaceship models with lights and stuff.
That sounds like fun, although I kind of would prefer it if you blew them up afterwards.
Maybe if I don't like where it's going. Yeah, and then I can turn it into a crash landing diorama. I mean, you can always do something. I mean, the whole idea is taking crap and making cool things out of it. If you want to blow it up and make some more stuff out of that.
Yeah.
How do you share screens?
Oh, there's a button down there that says share. I don't know what share screen.
Present.
Don't you think they could have used a better word for that? Like share, maybe?
Yeah, like how it used to be. Yeah.
Let's see. Screen 1, screen 2.
Let's see here. Oh, there we go.
Is that it?
Yeah,
that's my page. So this is pretty much some shots of what you might see.
So cool.
Little stuff there. So then stop. There you go.
All right.
Thank you very much.
got it, man. Thank you for hanging out. And Jason, Inky, thank you guys for hanging out too.
It's good to meet you guys both.
Thank you.
Yeah, good to meet you and hail the chat.
Be well.
Hail the chat. Everybody, what can I say? Hope that your holiday season is awesome, or at least not horrifyingly awful. And we will catch you on the flip side. Peace.
Later, everybody.
Love, and metal.